So OG is going to help out with some unboxing again. What is the unboxing? Well, sometimes we get just a lot of crap, and well, not some of it's good, some of it's weird, and throw it into all in a video. Check out some of the stuff with it. If you want to see some future things with it and would like to really get in depth on some device, please let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, as always, you can just skip along to the chapters and check out the crap you want. So some of this stuff I bought, some of this they got sent over. I think I bought one of these, but then they sent it over as well. So some of the stuff I'm not going to use. If you want to check out, because I give away some of this stuff when I find too much crap in my room, I'll go to Discord first usually, or we'll do like a live stream. Kind of depends on what it was, and we'll dump off some of this stuff and get rid of it. So this one is Sonoff's new little Zigbee. This is their new Zigbee Mini Extreme. Because I was curious to see what the specs were per relay. And that's one of the issues I have with some of the Sonoff stuff is just the lack of amperage for US based. So yeah, it's going to be 10 amp max. So do keep in mind again, if you're using this in the US, a lot of the breakers are 15 to 20 amps. So you may want to put your own fuse before it. Maybe we'll try to do a time to smoke it, right? I think I could do it really a good job of trying to smoke it back and forth, and we'll see if we can smoke this again. Maybe we'll try to run like 20 amps through it. We have a battery pack, and we'll, like a hair dryer, another dryer, we'll see if we can smoke it, and if it handles 20 amps or more.
I think of it just a big tank with a little big nose thing coming out of it.
This is Sonoff's water leak sensor. I haven't been a fan in the past of some of Sonoff's Zigbee stuff, but hopefully this will be okay. So it has this little external sensor that you plug in. It's a USB-C style, but it's not actually USB-C. So I don't know, it looks like you can daisy chain these. So like external water sensors.
Right.
That's not what that's for, I don't think, is it?
I think you just put it in there.
You might be right.
Because it has little 2 holes on it.
Oh, look at you. You telling me how to do this. I think I talked about this in a live stream a while back. Is they almost got as far as they needed to be, because basically you could put this upside down. But what if you wanted to put it under a sink to get drip protection as well, so you could have it drip down on the device? Why didn't they put probes on the top and the bottom? Seemed like that would be the better design there, instead of just you put it upside down or up. What kind of batteries we got in here, dude? Does it say a battery like CR or something?
Battery CR2477.
2477. Okay, so it is going to be your watch style battery. I kind of do prefer, I will say, I don't have any here, is Third Reality and their water sensors at this time. So I like this Third Reality sensors, is they're 2 prongs or 3 prongs in the bottom, but this uses AAA batteries. So I kind of prefer AAA batteries over trying to do like watch coin cell batteries. They just seem to always die at the wrong time, and I can just throw rechargeables in these. So I kind of would prefer if they did AAAs in this, and they would follow what Third Reality is doing with Zigbee things. So I have been using this, and it seems to work fairly well. Basically, it's just for your hose pipe outside, and you screw this on here, and then screw in the hose here, and then you do get, on the bottom, it's a toolless design, and it is somewhat weatherproof, and you have just the AA batteries, and I had some rechargeables I put in there. The batteries seem to last okay, and it's just a water valve. So it's pretty much simple. It's simple on and off. It does have some flow rate stuff I've seen in Zigbee to MQTT. I had a couple issues with it not responding in previous versions of firmware, but I haven't had the issue with it. Actually, we used it for an odd experiment. I haven't done video on it, but I do have solid data that you probably laugh, but in Louisiana where it gets very warm, but watering the roof with a sprinkler was actually lowering the temperature of the attic by like 15 degrees during the middle of the day, which helps out with the air conditioning and everything like that. So it does have a button on it that you can turn it on and off, and it just toggles the little relay inside, the little valve, and that cuts the water on and off. And of course, this adds into Zigbee to MQTT. I'm sure it adds into ZHA. Pretty cool little water device, irrigation, whatever you want to call it. I know there's been some other ones by Tuya, but they drink batteries like crazy. This one hasn't been that bad at all. So I like to see that, yeah, Sonoff got into the whole Zigbee thing of irrigation. What's up next, OG?
This little tablet thing or whatever.
Tablet thing. So, the NS Panel Pro.
Slides out like that. Put that over there.
I've never been too much of a fan with the NS Panel Pro.
It's like a phone.
It's meant to go in the wall. And you're supposed to stand at the wall and control things. And then they do have this enclosure stand that you can put it like on the side of your bed or something like that. I guess that's the better suited if it was on the side of the bed. I've never really been a fan of the screen size on them. I would prefer a full like 8 to 10 inch tablet or something if I'm going to put that on the side of the bed. Especially this is not something I'm going to put on the wall because I'm not looking at the wall. If I'm walking by the wall, this is what I'm doing. I'm mashing the button and I'm walking right by. I don't stand at the wall to control lights or anything like that. So it's just not something that would fit in my home. I spam the button as we walk by. Do you look at the light switch when you walk by?
Sometimes.
Would you stand there and look at it if it had information on it?
No.
Like the weather? Not really?
As long as I'm sitting.
But you don't. Would you gonna bring a chair by the light switch?
No.
Exactly. So probably I'll give this one away like on Discord if someone wants to goof off with it. Aqara, or as I used to say, Aquaria. I still want to call it Aquaria. What do you think that is? Aquaria or Aquaria? Aquaria? See, you'll say it different than me. This one, you've been playing with this, right? Huh?
You just go control.
Uh-huh.
And I just try to push it.
It's strong. We were having like contests and trying to see if we could stop the thing from moving. It's what it is. It's supposed to clamp it onto your pipe.
I hit control on the bottom, and I just try to push it from going. So it's strong.
It's pretty strong. So to be able to turn a water valve, you're supposed to mount it to a pipe, and then it's supposed to turn that valve on and off. The only problem is if I mounted this outside where my main water valve is on the side of the house, that's in the direct weather, so it would need to be weatherproof, rainproof. I'm not sure the IP rating. It is Zigbee. It does add into Zigbee to MQTT. So batteries. So it is 4 AA's. I did like, there we go, 4 AA's. So you can see it is 4 AA's. It does come with it, but you can, if you want to put rechargeables in it, I'm sure it'd be fine. Looks like I'll answer myself. There is no weather seal on this, so I probably can't put that outside. So you can push the button on it, and you can disengage the clutch. And but it does have some buttons if you want to manually do it. So if you want to manually turn the water off, you could push the button in and still manually turn the water off and on. So yeah, pretty neat to see Aqara getting into the whole water valve thing, and Owen loves to play with it and gonna hurt his hand.
Once my hand was just red from playing with that. It just got red now.
I know. So pretty cool device there. Anker. How would you say that? You want Anker or Anchor? How would you say it?
Anker.
Anker?
Because it doesn't have any at the end or something.
Okay.
Or is it just silent?
So This is
like a 200 watt.
a 250 watt USB-C and USB-A charger. This actually is kind of doubles as a clock. It actually is crazy. It connects to Wi-Fi as well. So you can, who thought of putting your charger in the cloud, right? I've used it to charge a few things, but let's charge. We got a few batteries I wanted to charge. One thing I wanted to see first, how much power does it use by itself? So we're going to put this in the kilowatt meter. So just by itself with the screen, and if we could not get the, look like we'll zoom in here, you can get the screen. It is pulling 1.4 watts. So it does have like a little menu where you can push the button and you can see how much something is pulling. You can do little displays on it if you want to see like the time, and it's got a couple different options for the settings here. So there's the different screensavers. You can do the time. That one's hard to read right there. This one's okay, kind of neat. And then it says something like no preview. 2 USB-A's on the side, and then it has the 4 USB-C's along the bottom. So let's see what all we can fire up on here. Let's plug in. So I've got some SharGeek batteries, Movespeed charge battery packs. Plug that puppy in right there. 98 watts. Let's plug in another battery, buddy.
What?
We're getting 98 plus the 60 watts on that one. So it might just be that's what that is. Don't we have another battery? Let's see. Let's plug this one in. Let's see what we get on the third battery. So we're charging
Like almost 200 watts.
200 watts. So we got, OG went and got his phone. We got to plug in a fourth. And it looks like it's resetting all of them when it goes to charge. Maybe that's what the max is like 200 watts across the front. Pretty cool that you can be able to plug in and see exactly what each device is pulling. So that's the Anker Ultra Prime charging station. So pretty cool there. A little beast of a device for charging. So speaking of move speed, this little guy here, it is USB-C.
USB-C.
It's USB-A.
USB-C-A.
And USB-A. So there's USB-C on this side and USB-A on the other side. I will say I was quite impressed with the USB-C. I've tried some USB-C memory sticks, and this is like a hardened metal case. One of the fastest, if not the fastest one I've ever tried. I've copied some massive files to it, and it maxes out full speed. I'll show here, and the little B-roll here showing the speed of copying from C to an NVMe drive on a computer. So it's pretty damn quick and pretty awesome that A and C. I've actually had no problem plugging the USB-C straight into my Android phone, the Pixel, and pull up the drive and copy files back and forth. It's pretty slick. So Switchbot has sent some cool stuff. Now, I have not seen this supported by Home Assistant yet for a Bluetooth proxy, but it is pretty awesome. It's so simple, yet it's so awesome that because you can pair it with their other Switchbot sensors to get, hey, I want to do temperature inside and outside. And so I actually have it paired with one of their Switchbot sensors, and it just listens over Bluetooth to their sensor and pulls it up and shows the inside. You can pair it to all kinds of stuff, and then it shows the internal temperature as well. Pretty slick for their Switchbot Meter Pro. So, oh, and it does take AA's, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so AA batteries. So kudos to them for putting AA batteries on their device. You can see the hole in the side, that's for the temperature and stuff like that. So pretty cool device. So other thing that Switchbot, I talked about it in the previous video, is the wallet finder. Now, I will say I wish they would have done like Pebble Bee and included the Android side, the Android Find My Device network, but they're only doing Apple, so I can't test that. But it is also Bluetooth. So you could track it using like Bermuda or something like that. It is a thin device. You can see pretty damn thin. So let me pull up the app. Go ahead.
It's kind of like a little card, like you would put in your wallet, and it would be in your wallet, and you could use it like a tracker or something.
So it does play sounds, and you can go and find your stuff and everything like that. So kind of neat that you can do that and find that from the app. And you could also, since it is the same Bluetooth ID, I did find with Bluetooth proxies you could track it to see, hey, if you want to see when you came to and from the house or whatever, if you want to carry your wallet around from room to room and see where you're tracking things. So pretty neat there. I don't see if there's a way to recharge it. Yeah, it says non-rechargeable battery. So that's unfortunate there. It says 3 years battery, non-detachable. So no battery charging like you would see on the Pebble Bee ones. The big boy, you know, do the big boy last? This is Vevor. I don't know why they sent this. It's just a tool. It is kind of neat. If you want to get crazy with it, it's not for medical uses. So don't use it for that.
It's like a phone or a tablet.
Not really, buddy. So it's a borescope. So now, OG wants to look up his nose. It is color. It does have LEDs on it. You can see it has LEDs on it. So you can turn the LEDs on and off. But here's the cool part. Hold it in your hand and show them on the camera. Right here. What? So the cool part is when you turn this, you turn this knob, it moves the camera around, which is kind of slick. So I was kind of impressed with that. It just pulls the wire inside of it. But if you want to use this for non-medical purposes,
Yeah.
huh?
That thing.
So pretty cool little device for things. So last but not least, Owen's, one of his favorite right here is the Euki, I don't know. It actually says it is a 150,000 RPM brushless motor. It's this turbofan thing. It has this deal right here. Meant to be this crazy duster, this turbofan. We love this thing. We annoy the hell out of the wife with it. It charges up through USB-C, has 3 different modes, but I was quite impressed with this damn thing. OG loves this thing.
This is the tool if you want to get blown really hard.
Yeah. So, yeah. We'll just stop with that. Like just... So it's pretty cool. It kicks. Pretty cool little duster. If you want to get something to annoy the hell out of your significant other and a cool little tech toy, definitely get the little Euki little duster. It's a turbofan little toy, but yet also a tool for things. So if you want to go check out OG has started his YouTube channel. Doesn't have that many viewers. I'll leave the link down in the description. He's doing a bunch of stuff with some gaming things, and he's been doing gaming on what?
Commodore, Xbox, and all that.
So that's mainly where he's trying to go right now, is just I'm introducing him to some retro games on the Commodore 64. If you don't know what that is, it's a little computer, personal computer that really changed things for me. I got one when I was 8 years old. Of course, you're 10, but it's kind of cool that he's doing the Commodore 64 stuff. There's some really great games out there that from the 80s that he's never even played. So it's kind of funny to see, and he plays it with his nephew on some of the videos. So definitely check that out down below. So I do appreciate all the Patreon members, YouTube members. We definitely couldn't do it without you. And y'all know the drill. Press all them buttons.
And y'all take care.